Hi everybody, welcome back to Bree's Books and Budgets. I am Bree and I am here to talk about my September TBR. It's actually a pile of delusions at this point because I have 14 books that I have on my TBR. Some of them are required because it's part of a readathon that I am participating in. Some of them are required because I have borrowed them from the library and I want to get them back. And other ones is just because I want to read them and I have made it a priority to do so. So I'm going to split this up. The first half of this video is going to be the books that are required either because of the readathon or because I have decided to make them required. So the first book that I'm going to talk about is on my Kindle. And that book is going to be Black Beauty. And I'm reading this is because I have a stack of TBR cards. I have 52 of them that have prompts on them. And one of the ones that I have chosen, as you can see, it's Reread a Book You Read as a Kid. And I'm pretty sure that I read Black Beauty as a kid. And I found it on Kindle, 99 cents. So that's why I'm reading it. The next few books are actually books that I am reading because I am taking part in the Readathon Rebellion hosted by Eleanor Reads, and I actually have her information linked down below. There are 4 challenges that we have to read for no matter what. Books that I've chosen. First one is Zodiac Academy, The Awakening. This is actually book 1 of the Zodiac Academy. I have chosen it because it has multiple POVs, which is one of the challenges that we need to complete. The other reason why I chose it is it actually has an O on the cover for part of the title, and that goes towards my book bands challenge, which I've talked about in a previous video. I'll go ahead and make sure that video is linked down below. The second challenge is to read a book that is being talked about on social media. And I've scrolled through Instagram a couple of different times, and a couple times The Ever King by L.J. Andrews has come up. It actually works out for me that I need to read this anyway because it is part of my bingo for 25 in 2025. So this will help in my book bands challenge as well. So I'm really excited about this. The third book for the Rebellion Readathon is actually going to be Turn of the Key, and the reason why it's this title is because we needed a book that has an action verb, and you need to actually turn, which is an action, in order to turn the key. So I've chosen that. It's a relatively short book, so I'm confident that I'll be able to get through it pretty quickly, and then if I want to, I can use it for my book band challenge because of the O, but who knows, I may not need it for that. And the final book that I have for the Rebellion Readathon, Abby Jimenez's Part of Your World, and I chose this because it'll be a fast read. I've seen her books be a fast read for myself in the past, and that is the final prompt that we need to do. And then on top of that, I have a card that I pulled for this out of the TBR cards that I have, and it is, look at that, Read a Book with a Blue Cover. And this has a blue cover, and also for book bands, it has a goat. So it does have an animal on it. I'm excited about it. So a lot of these books can be used for my book bands as well. The final book that I've made required for myself this month is Fate and Furies by Helen Scherer. This is book 3 of the Legends of Besmar series, and I'm a little behind on a read-along that we were doing with Bree from Four Paws in a Book in her Patreon. So I want to get caught up and get this done. This will actually also count as continuing a series for my book bands challenge that I did. That is it for the required reads that I have made for myself. Next up is going to be the library. Okay, next up for the September TBR are the books that I have borrowed from the library, whether I have borrowed them physically or the audiobook or even both. I need to get them read because I'd like to get them back to the library. And these are in no particular order. I have What Have You Done by Sherry LaPena. I have actually also requested the audiobook. It should be coming in within the next week or so, and it looks like it's going to be a short audiobook, so I'll be able to get this in and out nice and quickly. I have borrowed the audiobook for the Ruth Ware's The Woman in Suite 11. This is a follow-up to The Woman in Cabin 10. And I realize this is the second Ruth Ware book that I have on my TBR for the month of September. I'm okay with that because I like her books and I'd like to read the ones that I have, and it'll help get my TBR down because that's the goal of all this, right? The book I have from the library is The Compound by Aisling Raleigh. I think I mispronounced that. It's actually a very short book. It's less than 300 pages. It is 289 pages. So this is going to be a quick book. I may be able to read this in 1 or 2 sittings depending on what day I start it. Things like that. So I'm looking forward to getting this one read and off my library list. Then I have requested the audio for Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I actually borrowed the audiobook a couple of months ago, but I just wasn't in the right headspace for it. So I'm hoping now that I am in the right headspace, we can get it done. And I'll update you on my vlog that I am creating for my library reads. We're going to talk about House and Flame and Shadow. This is a chunky book. I am 50% through, and the reason why is because the graphic audio part 1 was only 50% of the book. So I've completed that. I actually have a vlog coming out of my library reads that talks about the first half of this. So I need to listen to the second half, which is another 13 hours. However, at my listening speed, it'll be closer to 7 or 8 hours because I read it at 2 times the speed. And I also doing an immersive read. So when I sit down and I read it, I really get into it. So I'm liking this. This is over 600 pages. So this helps with the book band challenge that I'm doing as well. The next audiobook that I reserved from the library is Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. I've actually never read any of her books before, so I'm excited to read this. And I believe this is only 249 pages, and that includes the acknowledgements. And the audio itself is 8 hours, and I listen at 2 times speed, so I'll be done with this in about 4 hours. So that should be 1 or 2 sittings. So I may read it the same day that I attempt to read the Ruth Ware book as well. Might as well try to get some of my short books done at the same time, right? So the second to last book that I need to talk about for my library portion of the TBR is actually The Phoenix Pencil Company by Allison King. This is a debut novel by her. It's only been out for about a month or 2, I want to say. It's part of the Goodreads challenge that I'm doing, and I am about 20% into it. I know that I'm going to cry with this book. So stay tuned for my library reading vlog. This will be part of it. The final book for my library TBR is going to be Trust by Hernan Diaz. I've actually gone ahead and started it. I'm about 10% into it. I will talk more about it in my vlog of reading my library books. So if you want to, go ahead and check out that vlog. It will be posted sometime this month. I just got done with the first vlog. I need to go ahead and edit that and get that up for you guys. So that is it. Thank you very much for watching my TBR. I know this was a longer video, so I hope that you had some snacks and maybe something to drink. Please feel free to leave a emoji of the stack of books down below. Let me know what is on your September TBR, if you have read any of the books that I have on my TBR, if you added any because I mentioned them, or if you're taking part in the Rebellion Readathon. If you have any questions, concerns, you know where to leave them. Click like, subscribe, all the good things, and I will see you soon. Bye!